Anthos, a very important component in GKE. Question is why we need this Anthos. If you remember, last day we talked about that we have different types of cloud: private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. What industry want? What industry is using today? Industry want to use hybrid cloud. In case of hybrid cloud, we based on your requirements, some services you can put in the public cloud, some services you can put in the private cloud, some services you can execute in on-premises. So it will give us one flexibility on pricing side, flexibility on security side, right? That is the approach that industry is using today. That means if you are running an application, some service will run inside your GCP, some service will run inside the on-premises, some services is running in some other cloud like AWS, Assume. So you are running a cloud native application. Assume you are running a microservice. One microservice is running in GCP. One microservice is running in on-premises. Another microservice is running in AWS. Another microservice is running in Azure. So, as you know, that microservice follow decentralized architecture. Means the services, containerized services may run in different environment, different clouds. So the question is that if containerized services are running in different cloud, then how you are going to monitor them? That is the scenario. How you are going to manage them? There is some tools, open source tools. If you know the microservice architecture, you may have access. Its name is Kibana. Kibana is one of the open source tools that is mainly used to manage your microservice that is running in decentralized environment with a graphical user interface. Mainly what they do is that they collect the logs from different clouds, and all the logs they're going to generate graphically and using an user interface called Kibana, and you can monitor the request, how the request is moving from one service to another service, from one cloud to another cloud. That is from open source environment. Now, what is this Anthos? Anthos, just see. What is this Anthos? See, it is not mandatory that we have to deploy microservice inside GKE. Yes, last day talked about GKE. GKE, if you want, you can use GKE, but it is not mandatory that I have to run my microservice in GKE only. But it is best. GKE is best, excellent. You have seen last day, right? Most of the task is handled by GCP only in GKE, right? You have just executed, deployed, expose the service, right? So when organization follow hybrid model, few container run inside on-premises, few container in the Google Cloud, few container into the cloud provider. That means multiple cluster in the development environment. My request is passing through multiple microservice, and multiple services are running in multiple cluster in different cloud. So if microservice execute into different environment, then it consistency provided by Anthos. So what will this Anthos? Anthos will install an agent into all the environment in your AWS, on-premises, or Google Cloud. Anthos will install an agent or program in all the clouds. This agent is responsible to provide a consistent behavior whether the microservice, wherever the microservice is deployed. So Anthos is a program. It is going to install one agent in all the environment so that you can track a deployed microservice in multi-cluster environment. Because if multi-cluster way I'm saying, because if you deploy inside GCP, assume it is you are deployed inside a cluster in GCP, or on premises you can create your cluster, there you can deploy. In AWS you can create your cluster, you can deploy, right? So when I'm going to track the microservice in multi-cluster environment, then we need this Anthos. Fine. Okay, so because what I'm saying is that you must, if you go with the first digital certification, digital leader certification. Yes, some participants requested me for link because organization, right? I'll share that. So the now here, uh, what you're talking about is that if you want to go with Google Cloud Digital Leader Certification, you must get one question from here. One question is there from here, right? That's why I'm just talking about what is this Anthos, why we need it, right? Fine. Next, let's move to our next topic. Our next topic is serverless computing. Very important. Though I have just written here because Cloud Function is a serverless solution from GCP. App Engine is a serverless solution from GCP. Cloud Run also serverless solution from GCP. There are three major serverless solutions from GCP. So let me just talking about this serverless architecture is dominating today. Industry is moving towards this serverless architecture. There is a huge investment in serverless architecture from all the clouds. Step by step, they are moving into this serverless architecture. Okay, so that we try to explore here in this curriculum. What is the importance of serverless architecture? Why our organization is moving towards serverless architecture? And if you want to implement serverless architecture using GCP, we'll show you an excellent hands-on. Even one case study we'll discuss based on serverless architecture. Fine, so let's move with that. So here, first we'll talk about serverless computing. If you remember last day also we talked about it, that serverless does not mean that there is no server. There is a server. You are not managing the server. Same like our wireless headphone. In case of wireless headphone, you are not managing the wire. The connectivity is going on. Same like that, in case of serverless computing, we are not managing the server, but we can deploy our application inside the server without managing the server. That is the idea behind serverless computing. Let's get some more info in this. Now, if you see this diagram, it will tell you that earlier we tried to use virtualization concept. From virtualization, we are moving towards containerization. So in virtualization, what we do? We have the host operating system. Above host operating system, we create the VM. VMs are actually sharing the host operating system resources. And when any request will come, when there is a huge request is coming from the client, then you can increase number of instances. That is called horizontal scaling. That is supported in case of virtualization. From here, we move towards containerization using GKE, the things that we have done last day. See, last day, we have used a GKE setup that is already given to us by Google. If you want to create that type of setup in your system, you can, in the host operating system, you can install Docker engine. Above Docker engine, you can create containerized application so that containerized applications will run. Right? So the same approach we have done in GKE last day, but the point is that complete cluster is given to us by GCP. GKE, complete cluster they have created, and we are going to use that cluster. So that we talked about last day, and when you deployed the containers gets deployed as a pod. Pod is a naming convention that we used in case of GCP as a pod. It gets deployed inside multiple node inside the GKE, right? That we have done last day. And here also pay resources. Here also pay resource utilization based on the usage. As you are going to use, you have to pay. So assume, let me give some example that your banking application is running inside the GKE. Your banking application, assume. So the point is that if customer request is coming or not coming, you have to pay or bank have to pay to the cloud provider because their banking application is running inside the GKE. Most of the time you'll find bank request will come in the daytime. Most of the time. It is also possible there is no request in the night time. Since bank is using this resource and this is based on pay as you use policy, bank have to pay to the cloud provider based on the usage. But what happened in case of serverless architecture? Serverless architecture, if you scenario, what you have to do is that just if you want to deploy, if you want to execute some file in the serverless architecture, serverless environment, just write your Java code and add one configuration file. That's it. Just share it in. It will deploy your code and it will run your code. Now, what is the difference between our GKE and serverless? Difference is that in case of GKE, you have to pay resource utilization based on usage. So assume you are using it for 3 months. So you have to pay or the bank have to pay for 3 months based on the usage. But that is not the scenario in case of serverless architecture. In case of serverless architecture, pay based on number of requests. So if you are using the serverless architecture, you don't have to pay for usage for last 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. You have to pay based on number of requests. If there is no request, the deployed application in serverless architecture, you don't have to pay. If there is a request, so based on number of requests, payment is being decided in case of serverless architecture and for most of the services. That is the advantage, right? You don't have to pay for usage for last 3 months or 5 months or 6 months. You have to pay based on number of requests handled by an existing application. And that is the advantage of serverless architecture, right? That's why industry also moving. Most of the services are moving in serverless environment. You don't have to manage the server. Applications are running. Most of the services you'll find that they're using serverless, right? So that is the advantage. For the time being, just I want to say that why we are moving towards serverless architecture, why industry is moving towards serverless architecture, why cloud providers implementing their services using serverless architecture, right? So this is the advantage, right? From pricing point of view, we just talked about one advantage. Let's explore more into this. Let's get some surrounding information about serverless architecture, right? So if you see here, just see here, it's given some comparison like most advanced cloud computing architecture that we implement using cloud provider. We are creating cloud native application to encash maximum benefits from cloud computing. We have to pay based on number of request processing. So online applications will be charged very less during night as number of requests is very less. In GKE, if the request will come or not, you are maintaining minimum number of instances 24 hours, and that is associated with cost. Right? That is the scenario in case of GKE that we have talked about last day. What happened? In case of serverless architecture, serverless like wireless, server is available and the servers are helping to process your data. You don't have to care for the server. Enables the developer to build faster application without managing the infrastructure. So DevOps engineer don't have to manage servers. Using serverless, we implement the first model. That is the advantage, right? As a DevOps engineer, when you're working on a particular project, you are not going to manage the server, right? Directly, you are going to deploy inside a server. Just you have to share the code and some configuration file. That's it. In case of serverless architecture, and the advantage is that it, in case of serverless architecture, it is going to deduct the amount based on number of requests. Right? So let's explore more into this. Our topic is serverless architecture, mainly said to be as an FAS, function as a service. So this first concept first time came based on function as a service, is a category of cloud computing service that provide a platform allowing customer to develop, run, and manage application functionalities. Right? So without the complexity of building and maintaining the infrastructure. Fine. So if you see here first, function as a service, first time this concept came based on some AWS convention in the year 2014. First time the concept of first came based on some AWS convention in the year 2014. So AWS Lambda launched in the 2014. You'll find Amazon API Gateway was launched nearby 2015. And from that time itself, all the clouds, Azure, GCP, or all the clouds that is available, they got the concept of first or serverless architecture, and they try to implement this concept in their cloud business. So started to implement first, right? So in case of GCP, the first solutions are like Cloud Function, Cloud Run, and App Engine. First time, right? This is first time, GCP started its business using App Engine, but if they have implemented this App Engine as a first implementation later, once they find this first solution that came from AWS. So next, what does it mean by serverless? So serverless computing, or more simply serverless, is a hot topic in software architecture world. The big three cloud vendors, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, are heavily invested in serverless. And we have seen plenty of books, open source projects, conferences, and software vendors dedicated to this subject. So operational point of view, no infrastructure, managed security by GCP, pay only use policy. Programming point of view, it is service based, event based. I'm just talking about the features of serverless. In case of operation point of view, we're not going to manage any server. In case of programming point of view, it is service based and event based. So this GCP serverless solution, Cloud Function, is a GCP serverless solution. So it says a serverless function. It is event based. Another is App Engine. This is a PaaS solution. It is giving us one type of deployment environment for your Java Python application. Currently, it supports lots of language. All the popular language supported by App Engine. It is a PaaS solution. It is giving us a deployment environment. It is also serverless. Serverless HTTP application we can use as a mobile backend or web application. Another one serverless solution from GCP is a Cloud Run. If I want to implement containerized application as a serverless solution, then I go for Cloud Run. Cloud Run is very specific for containerized application. Right? Right. So let's talk about first topic that is called cloud function. So, what is this cloud function? Is that it is a serverless solution from GCP. Let's understand about it first. So as you find just now, it cloud functions is a function. When I say cloud function, it is a function. As you write a function in Java, right? Java Python function. That function I'm say you're going to write in a cloud environment. That's why we say it's a cloud function. If you write a function in Java, we say it's a Java function. If you write a function in Python, we say Python function. So if you write a function in Java but inside a cloud, so it's a cloud function. So your Java functions can be a cloud function. Python function can be a cloud function because you're going to write a function in the cloud. Right? So cloud function is nothing but a Java function or a Python function that you are writing inside the cloud environment, right? So that if I'm going to explore it like that, right? Okay. Now here, see what it's saying is that small set of logic will be executed based on an event. Means what is like assume you're going to add some image inside the inside a you're going to write some image inside the cloud storage. So the moment you have added the image in the cloud storage, based on that, some event will fire. Like one email will go to your manager, something like that. That is the event, right? Based on your action, something will happen, right? So that is event, right? So this type of scenario we implement as an event. Small code we execute using Java, Node.js, etc. Trigger based on some event, PubSub or cloud storage changes. Deploying a function, not container or a web application. Based on incoming traffic, it can scale. Okay, there's some properties they have seen, but you can very clearly, you will get an idea once you'll execute some cloud function. So let me just show you here before saying any case study on this. If you see, this is our GCP environment. Here, where is this cloud function? If you just see here, if you go down, you'll find here we have cloud function. See here, cloud function is coming under serverless. Not only cloud function, API gateway, app engine, cloud run, all comes under serverless, right? So let's understand first cloud function. Let's click on cloud function. So what we'll do is that we'll try to implement a small lab of cloud function. Last time during our session, we have executed some cloud function. That's why it's given here already. If you don't want, you can delete them. Select delete. So nothing is there now, right? Just see here. First, we'll talk about a cloud function will be executed based on some event. Just see here. I'm just creating one cloud function, creating a function, right? So click here. Now we can see I'm creating a function. Two scenarios there in environment. First generation, second generation. What does it mean? You can select first generation, you can select second generation. First generation means I'm going to execute a cloud function without containerization. Second generation means I'm going to create a cloud function with containerization. That is the meaning of this. You can see here. Just move the cursor. You may find, see here. Cloud function second generation is a function as a service product powered by Cloud Run. Cloud Run means with containerization. Right? So let us first understand without containerization, then we'll understand with containerization, right? So I'm just selecting here first generation. I'm going to create a cloud function. So assume the function name is function 11, something like this. And this cloud function, see what I'm talking about. We're talking about serverless architecture. We are going to deploy cloud function inside a server without managing the server. Right? So this is my function name, and the server should be inside this region. Region name is US Central 1. Right? Now see here. Okay. So assume this is a cloud function. Cloud function, right? We have created a cloud function as zip, right? Now this cloud function will be deployed inside a server. Inside a server. Server Java function, it can be cloud function, can be a Java function. It can be a Python function. It can be a Node.js function. Anything. Some of the language supported, most of the language supported today. This cloud function will always gets executed based on some event. So first, some event will fire from the client side. First, some event gets executed from the client. So assume this is an event. Event. Based on an event, a cloud function gets executed always. So if I create a cloud function, the event are related to some other scenario. Now here it will always executed, this cloud function always executed based on an event. So when you create a cloud function, you have to define that based on what type of event you want this cloud function should get executed. Right? That we are talking about here. When creating this cloud function, I'm saying that this cloud function should get executed based on HTTP event. There is multiple events are there. You can see here. Currently, I want it should get executed based on HTTP event. So I've just selected HTTP, right? Then you don't have to do anything as it is given. Click save. Go with the default setup. Now, when you came inside this, it just now told you that I'm going to write a Java function in the cloud as a cloud function. I can write a Node.js function as a cloud function. I can write a Python function as a cloud function. See, different types of language supported by cloud functions: Python, Ruby, PHP, Node.js, Java, Go, .NET. Right? Now, what I want is that I want to write a Java function as a cloud function. Why I'm saying Java function as a cloud function? Just see here. Just see this Java class. If you're familiar with Java, you know, right? The Java API documentation, right? See here, it is not in Java API documentation. It is not from your Java 17 API doc or Java 11 API documentation. This documentation created by GCP. You'll not find com.google.cloud.function.this in Java. So this is a documentation created by GCP, right? And what we have done is that a function that implements HTTP function that is a part of your com.google.cloud.function.http function. And we are going to override a service method from HTTP function inside my class with our own code, right? So you can just write here, hello world, welcome to cloud function using Java 11. Just a text I've just updated. A simple Java class where we have overridden the service method from HTTP function with our own code, and it is just writing some text in the console. That's it. Right? Simple Java class. Right? Now this function you can see if you are familiar with the writing Java code using form.xml file. So you can see form contain all the dependencies that you need to deploy your code. You don't have to do any changes, right? So you can just see our code. This code is inside this path, and by default, this is an example, right? So you have just changes. If you want to implement some more functionality, that also you can implement. For the time, I'm just going with this function. Next, what I'm doing, just see here, our cloud function is ready. Right? So our cloud function is ready. I've included one HTTP event with this cloud function. Now I'm saying that this function I want to execute in serverless environment. That means what? Just click deploy. Just click deploy. That's it. So I'm just going deploy. Where is the server? In which server? Yes, it is deployed inside the server. You define the region. I'm not managing that server at all. I'm not managing the server at all. Just I click deploy. Automatically it gets deployed inside the backend server. This cloud function. Right? And you can see here. So whatever the backend server you have, I don't know what is the server name. I don't have to know also because we are using serverless architecture. Just click deploy. It will deploy it inside the backend server. So let me check it's deployed or not. If you just click here, see here it is going. It is deploying. Runtime is Java 11. Memory allocated to 56 MB. This is the function, right? Running inside this region, and it is using the runtime Java 11. Memory is this much. Now the thing is that this is called a cloud function. This cloud function executed and deployed in the serverless environment. So next step is that we have to check whether this cloud function is working or not. We have to test it. This cloud function should execute based on HTTP event. Right? So how to test it? So to test a cloud function, in the top right side, you'll find one option called test function. See here, we have some option called test function in the right side. So just click test function. Right? And if you want to test this function, just this is my input message. And this is the right side. Now I can just click here. This message will go. It's OK. Just click test function. Just so what we have done is that we have sent some HTTP event, and you can see here the cloud function gets executed, and you can see the output. So when I click test function, you are using an HTTP event to that cloud function that is running, and you got this output. That means based on your HTTP event, cloud function gets executed, and we can see the output. If you want to get some more logs, you can see the log files. So what we find is that we can see the log files if you want to go into more in this. Right. So main thing is that based on your event, the cloud function gets executed, and you can see whatever text you have written inside the function that gets printed. Right. So in this example, what we have done is that we have taken an event, inserted one event. Based on the event, cloud function gets executed, and right, based on the HTTP event, cloud function gets executed, the cloud function that you have deployed inside the serverless environment. So this cloud function is nothing but one Java function or a Python function, and it gets deployed in the serverless environment. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to manage the server, and this cloud function gets executed based on HTTP event. Right. So in this lab, what we have done is that we have executed one cloud function. So what we say is that cloud function is a fully serverless model for computing where logic can be spin up on demand. Why you're moving towards cloud function? It is going to reduce maintenance. DevOps engineer don't have to manage the server, right? Secure code using the as well as easy to integrate with other services. First generation without containerization, second generation with containerization. We have different types of function type. HTTP request, pops up trigger, and storage triggers. We have just executed HTTP request, right? In this example. So here in the lab one or task one, what we have done is that we have defined the cloud function. We have defined the event and defined the language. Then we deploy the cloud function. Then you test the cloud function, right? So what I can say is that this is the task that just now we have executed. lab 1, right? So check this lab 1 should be executed by everyone. And if it is running, please write yes. We'll take 5. See one case study, you'll get a very good idea about our Uber app or the Ola app, how they work based on the same case study. So see here, I'm just sharing the case study in the next slide. If you see this case study, it will give you a good idea about, just see here. I'm saying the complete things and how it is connected with our cloud function. See, I'm talking about ride share system. Ride share system means our Ola app, Uber app. One side we have customer who is searching the cab using ride share system and Ola app and Uber app. On the other side, driver who is uh, who is going to going to who is going to get who will get that will subscribe your uh,
Waiting for the ride.
request. Yeah. Now see the scenario here that customer, as a customer, you are going to search some cab. You're searching some cab, right? So that means what? You are publishing a message inside event streaming platform. So it is actually based on like that when all the request that is coming from the customer, it will come as a topic inside the event streaming platform. So so topics, right? And on the other side, driver is there. So so the driver who have subscribed to that topic, he will get the driver will get the notification, right? The drivers who have given subscribes to that topic in that particular location will get the notification in the mobile. So both of them are coordinating with the mobile and they're connecting with the event streaming platform. So this event streaming platform, its full name is ESP. There is multiple ESP provider. One of the popular ESP provider is called Apache Kafka. You may have heard the name. Popular event streaming platform. So, so most of the businesses are using Apache Kafka. This what we are talking about here, GCP PubSub. GCP PubSub is also an equivalent to Apache Kafka. GCP PubSub, this is also equivalent. So when customer is sending a request, that request will come to the cloud function. Cloud function is our GCP provided cloud function. Just now we talked about, right? So what we talked about, when the customer publish an event, means what? When publish a message in the topic, the moment customer publish a message in the topic, right? Immediately this cloud function gets executed and it will send a message to a manager that some request came from the customer, right? So like that, right? It's an event-based function. The moment customer publish a message in the topic, cloud function gets executed. Just now told you, cloud function gets executed based on an event. It can be executed from HTTP event. It can be executed from PubSub event also. In this example, cloud function can be executed from PubSub event. Publisher and subscriber model. This is a publisher subscriber model, event-based model, equivalent to that can be implemented using Apache Kafka. And this is an open source environment. In GCP environment, we implement using GCP PubSub. Right? This is the one of the scenario. Right? Now I want to implement this scenario using cloud function. So if I want to implement this scenario, not full, as much as possible with this sort, what you have to do? First, you have to create a topic. First, I have to create a topic, right? Then second step, customer publish a message in the topic. Means customer searching a cab, assume customer searching a cab. So customer will send a message in the topic. Second step, right? So, So then I have to define a cloud function, and this cloud function gets executed the moment customer publish a message in the topic. So I should create a cloud function whose trigger will be a particular pub-sub. So define an event using cloud function. Cloud function will send an event the moment customer publishes a message in the topic. And on the other side, when the driver who have subscribes to that particular topic, the message will go to the subscriber also. Right? So this type of example I want to execute. Just see here, I'm executing. I'll suggest you can also try the same thing. I'm writing all the things step one by one and trying to execute. It's a very good and excellent example to understand not only cloud function, but also how this GCP PubSub work in the event streaming platform is equivalent to Apache Kafka. You just see here, first task is that create a topic. So I'm just writing it here. Yes, this is our lab 2 we are going to execute. Here, first task is I'm writing it. First task is create a topic. Create a topic. Then create a cloud function. Then trigger a cloud function based on PubSub topic. Test the cloud function. Right? I don't know why it is given here. You can write like this. Task 1. Task 2. Everyone can do it. We'll do it one by one. 3. And task 4. Right? I'm just writing it the lab 2 part. I'm just sharing it in the you have to go to Google PubSub. To create a topic, we have to go to Google PubSub. So I'm going to GCP here. I'm just going to select here GCP PubSub. You can see here GCP PubSub you'll find. Google PubSub, you'll find it here. PubSub. See here. It is one type of big data services. I'll talk about it later. Google PubSub, right? So I came in the Google PubSub. I came to PubSub topic. So what I have done in the first step, GCP PubSub. Yeah. Fine. So now see here, I came inside topic. Lots of topics we have created earlier for practice purpose. Let's create a topic. Create topic. I've just selected topic in the left side. Create topic. Create a topic. Assume the topic name is my rider topic, something like that. My ride topic. Something like that. I've just created one topic. Name of the topic is my ride topic. That's it. Right. I'm not going to do anything. Whatever default it is there, I'm going to use the default setup and click create. My ride topic. So my topic name is, I'm using in this example, topic name as my ride topic. So it's creating the topic, you can see.
Where do you see the pops up on the left side?
Here, yes, from here you have to go and go down, you'll see it pops up.
Under analytics.
At the end, yes, and under analytics, you'll find. So you can see here, we have created the topic. The topic name we have created, its name is my ride topic. Right? This is the topic just now we have created and it's created. So first task is done. Topic creation completed. This is the first task we have completed. Second task is that we have to create a cloud function. We have to create a cloud function. Fine. So if you want to create a cloud function, what I can do is that
So in the pops up, what do I choose? Which one? Jobs in clusters or clusters?
where you are, you have to first select, you have to select topic. Right? When you select it here, the pops up in the left side, you have to select topic.
Topic.
Then you can see there is an option.
Topics. Okay.
Then you have to go for create topic. From here,
Okay.
you have to
Create
select
top.
topic.
Okay.
Then you have to create topic
Mhm.
and give it name of the topic. Any name. In this case, I have given the name as my right topic.
First. And everything default? We just take
Yeah.
add
Keep
default
it
subscript. Okay.
as it is default.
Okay. Create.
Fine. So we have done the first task, right? So let's move to the second task. Is that we have to create a cloud function, right? So here, as just now told you, this is the topic that we have created. So you can describe the topic as an endpoint to which messages are sent. Topics are the in this example you can see topics are the endpoints to which messages are sent. All publisher who want to send a message into the delivery system have to point out one or more topics, right? So you can say a topic is a named resource to which messages are sent by the publisher, like that, right? So first option, we have created a pub-sub topic, right? You can assign a name also. Second option is that you have to create a cloud function. So second option, you have to get a cloud function. So let's create it. To create a cloud function, we have to go to cloud function. From the cloud function, we have to go to create cloud function. Create cloud function. Let's do this one. So I'm moving to left side cloud function. Cloud function. Then I'm going to create a new function. And I'm going to use first generation. Function name you can define here as write function, something like that. It will be deployed inside this region. And this function will be executed based on the trigger pub-sub. See, in this example, I'm using Google pub-sub, Cloud pub-sub. Last time we have used HTTP, right? So I'm using pub-sub. So pub-sub means it should execute it when the message will come inside the topic. So what is the name of the topic? Just now I have created. Name of the topic is my right topic. Just now I have created, right? So the topic name will come by default here. Just select that topic. My right topic. That is the topic name, right? Right. Function name is right function. Control C. I'm just selecting the function name. Function name you have defined as right. right? Fine. So next, save it and move
Okay.
next. And I'm just selecting here Java 11. And you can see the right side function gets generated. And you can see this time the function is taking the pub/sub message.
Mm.
And the corresponding message gets logged inside the console. This is my class, pub/sub class, right? Now, what I'll do is that write some text here, hello world. Just you can write something like
From PubSub.
a function executed based on GCP or using GCP pub/sub. Something like that, some text just to add it, right? So this is the function, just you have updated the function, just text we have updated. And then I'm going to click here, deploy. So we have created a cloud function and deploying inside the serverless environment. Right, so this task is also over. Name of the cloud function is write function, but this time this function is running based on pub/sub event. Right. So trigger a cloud function from pub/sub topic. So that also you have selected. Right. So still it's going on. If you want to select this.
The created topic is not coming in the list while creating cloud function.
Okay, it should come. Okay. If you go inside this cloud function, check the topic name you have given. Should come.
Share my screen.
Okay. Check should come. Okay, let me just complete this part, then I'm just checking
Okay,
it. Huh?
sure.
Now see here, this this function gets created here. This cloud function gets created. So that means this both the task is done, right? So this is a part of task 2 only, right? The task 3 is publish message in the topic. So that is task 3, and task 4 is test the public cloud function.
Okay.
So you can see here, topic is created, cloud function is created. Now I have to publish the message just to check if cloud function is working or not.
Right.
Right. So task 3 here, publish the message in the topic. So let's move to our topic once again. GCP pub/sub. So I'm moving to GCP pub/sub. Pub/sub topic. Here I'm just selecting the topic. This is my topic. I've just selected the topic. Now what I want to do is that I want to publish a message in the topic. So here you find one option called messages. See here one option called messages. Select messages and here select publish message. So only one message I want to send. The message is that as a customer, I'm searching for a car. So as a customer, I am searching a cab. As a customer, I'm searching a cab. This is the message. All right. And you can see.
So
Okay.
we click messages, right? First,
Yes.
and then what? Publish message.
Yes. Publish message.
Okay.
Then in the message body,
Okay.
just write some text so
Oh,
that we can
okay.
identify later. And click publish.
How did you get to that pub sub topic?
Okay.
I think I mean it's not showing up on my menu. I think I had to show
Right.
all
You
topics
can
in
just
order to show it.
search there. You can search in that search PubSub. It will come.
Okay. Oops.
So it is saying to select Cloud PubSub subscription to the pull the message. You can create a subscription, or if you want, for the timing, I don't want to. Step number 2, it is saying that select a PubSub subscription to pull the message. If you want, you can select it. I don't want to go for this subscription site. If you want, you can select this one, step 2. Because subscription means this one, this part. When publisher, you can see this window, when publisher is publishing the message, the moment it will publish based on the event, this cloud function should get executed. If you want this message should be subscribed by the subscriber, so you have to create that subscriber who is going to get this. I'm not interested there. Just I am just interested that this cloud function gets executed based on the message published in the topic, right? So that only we are talking about here. So we have completed this part. Okay. Now I want to
Step
check.
2. Hold on. Step 2. This is mandatory, right? You have to choose the.
In the task 2 you're talking about.
Step 2. No, just if you go back. Yeah. So the topic. You have to choose the topic, right? Step 2 here.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
you can select that subscriber
Right.
that's coming by default. You just select that one.
Okay. You just select that. Okay.
Just select. Now we're moving. So message is published inside the topic. Okay. Message is published inside the topic. Now what we'll do is that we are going to cross check that based on the published message, cloud function gets executed or not. So let's go to cloud function once again.
Cloud function. This navigation is, yeah, I mean, because we're just learning, so
Oh yeah, it's first time you may find it slight, yeah.
challenging, yeah.
Some of the menus won't show up unless you actually pin them. Yeah. So I have a lot less choices to choose from. It's like, where are those choices coming from? So I had to go to your options and actually pin some of those things. If you can't find them immediately, use the search at the top, and then it'll kind of get you there, but you won't know the hierarchy of where that option is at unless you're in it as often as sub. I'm able to create the function, but
Okay.
where do I create the message? I
Okay,
didn't understand
okay,
that.
okay. So now see the pub-sub function is created. So if you see the image that the message will come, message will always being published from the customer to a topic. So I have to go to topic. So what you have to do is that go inside this topic. Just click there. Click on the topic.
This one or this one? Which one?
So which topic you have created?
I created my topic.
Yes, click to my topic.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, here, where it is.
Messages.
So click topic. No. Click topic in the left side. In the left side, click topic.
Yeah.
Yes. This is your topic, my right topic, right? Click on the
Yeah.
topic. Yes. Now you'll find an option called messages in the right side. Click messages in the right side. Messages. See messages in the right side.
Okay.
Yeah.
There.
Now click publish message.
Publish.
Okay. Publish message.
So write some message that customer is sending or customer is searching some car, something like that.
Okay, something like that.
Okay. Now click publish message.
Publish. Okay.
Now as a customer, I've submitted inside the topic. So you can go down. If you want to implement the subscriber, so you can just select the step 2. Just select that subscriber. It is coming by default. It's okay. Just select that one. If I want the message should be subscribed by the subscriber from the topic, right? Just select that one. That's it. So it is done till here. Now we have to test that when the customer publish the message in the topic, that time cloud function gets executed or not. Right? Scenario. Let's see the scenario here. See, topic is here, customer topic. The moment customer publisher publishing the message in the topic, subscriber will subscribe the message from the topic. This is the thing. In between, we have created a cloud function, right? And cloud function gets executed based on pub-sub event. So the moment publisher is publishing the message in the topic, based on the pub-sub event, this cloud function should get executed.
Will be executed. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. We want only this part. That means just I want to see how cloud function. What is your function name? Write function, right? So let's go inside the write function. If you go inside the logs, the write function. Just see here. See here. If you go inside the logs of the write function, see here. As customer, I am searching for a cab. This message came. That means what? That means what? This message came from the topic, right? From the topic, this message came, right? To your cloud function. That means what? The moment publisher publish the message in the topic, this cloud function gets executed and this message came inside your cloud function. And it will go to the manager somewhere else. It's going to inform. Right? So that is the scenario, right? Based on in the first case, we talked about based on the HTTP event, cloud function gets executed. In the second case, we talked about based on the pub-sub event, cloud function gets executed. So you can see here, cloud function is a fully serverless models of computing where logic can be spun up on demand in response to events originating from anywhere. So these are some of the examples that we used. Just now you've given one example, right? From the pub-sub event, cloud function gets executed. So this pub-sub event can come from some IoT applications from the sensor. And when cloud function gets executed, it can send that message to a cloud IoT code, right? Like this. These are some of the examples. When the event, this part we have done. When the event fire in the pub/sub, the message came based on the pub/sub event, cloud function gets executed, and this cloud function can send some message to Cloud Vision API. And the moment message will come in Cloud Vision API, you want to fire another one cloud function. So based on our requirement, we try to implement real-time stream processing using pub/sub. Right? So we have just executed one function lab, two lab we have executed in the cloud function. Main purpose is to understand the serverless environment using cloud function.